Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Let's start with priming the lips. I'm using my trusty CARMAX. I use it day and night, every day. It's been ages. Also, I cannot do without my coffee. I really need to have my coffee day and night. So this moisturizer I have just started using recently, and it claims to mattify your skin. That's the reason I'm using it, because right now I am a shining disc ball. So I need to tone down on that shine. So let's put it everywhere on the face. Everywhere. Okay, I hope I'm not annoying. Next up is my Skin Tune Blur. I don't have large pores, but I do, my skin acts up during my dates. If I really have that time of the month, my skin misbehaves. So that's when I use this. Otherwise, I do not use a primer. Just prime my skin with a good moisturizer helps a good makeup. Next, using a soap. Okay, so I have been doing this for years and years now. I know now recently people have come up with a lot of products for setting your eyebrows. I used to use either the bar soap or the hair gel. So yeah. Next up, I will shape my eyebrows, just drawing hair-like feather drawings or whatever you call them. And I'll make sure that the ends of my brow is darker than the starting of my brow. That's how it's supposed to be. Next is the brow gel. So the look I'm going for today is going to be very feathered brow, nice orangey eyes and glowing skin. So let the brow do the talking. I mean, look at it. That's what we want. Yes. Now I'll prime my eyes using this concealer. It's from the LA Girl, and this concealer dries down tacky. That's the reason I'm using it before my eyeshadow. Now I will just make sure that there's a thin layer of concealer which dries down tacky, and I will blend it using my Real Techniques sponge. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. You just have to make sure that it does not crease. Next up is my favorite everyday palette. It's affordable, it has all the neutral shades, it has a cool tone transition shade, it has a warm tone transition shade, and it looks beautiful. So I'm starting with the cool tone transition shade. It gives a very nice shadow to the crease. It mimics the shadow of the face. Make sure your eyeshadow is blended well, starting with the transition shade. So this is going to act as a background. I'm connecting both the ends of my eyes. Just like that. Yeah. Next, I will use the warm tone shade, and I will place it just below the shadow I placed before. So it's going a bit lower, defining my crease even more. My whole idea behind using two transition shades is that I want to create a good ombre look. Make sure both the shades are blended in well. starting from the inner corner, extending to the outer corner and fade outwards. Next, I'm using this beautiful orange. It's not a bright orange, it's very brick orange. So tap off the excess, place it where you need it, just on the eyelids, and blend. Keep on blending. You have to make sure that the orange eyeshadow is blended into the transition eyeshadow. So you will get a beautiful fade out application. Exactly like that. Next up, I'm using again the same warm transition shade and defining the crease. This will give a very nice ombre effect. You see how I'm blending it, extending it outwards and a bit upward. This is what works for my eye shape. When I pull the eyeshadow upwards, it gives me a very nice lifted cat eye look. Next, I just took, and I dropped it. Okay, so this is the palette and I'm using the darkest brown shade. You can use any dark brown, you can use any other color, complementing your eye color, whatever your mood is. However, I'm going to keep it pretty monochrome. So I will use the brown eyeshadow to make a wing liner. Trust me, the easiest way to make a decent wing liner. And I'm not breathing while I do this. That's why, that face. Okay. So now I will type line my upper waterline. So, my upper eyelash. Yeah, for a minute I forgot what it's called. Okay, so I'm crying now. Please excuse me, please. Next, I will curl my lashes so that they're ready for the mascara application. My lashes are pretty flexible, but if you struggle with straight lashes, heat your lashes, make sure it's not hot, not too hot, and then curl your lashes. Your curls will stay whole day. Next up, I will be using my L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Mascara. It is waterproof and smudge proof, but it does flake on me. I have not seen any other person complaining of flaking, but it does flake on me. I don't know, something with my lashes, but the way it makes my lashes look is amazing. It's just one coat that I'm doing right now, but I usually do 2-3 coats, and you do not need eyelashes or extensions. That's how it makes it look. Next, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Nude. So this has a very peachy, pinky undertone, which works for my dark spots, hyperpigmentation. Though I do not have dark circles, but I like to brighten that area. I do have darkness around my mouth, so I like to cover that first. And what I'm doing is I will pat the concealer and leave it to dry so that this concealer doesn't move. I already told you the consistency of this concealer is thick and the dry down is sticky, so it helps. Next up is the Revolution Stick Foundation. It is in shade F10. It has a very beautiful olive undertone and it is dewy finish. So I will now stipple it over the desired areas. I do not want a full coverage. I'm looking for a very natural, glowy, flawless look. Also, I believe you do not need a lot of foundation for day-to-day makeup. Cover the areas that needs coverage. And sometimes you don't even need to do that. I mean, embrace yourself. But yeah, look at the difference. You see, just a slight difference. I do have some marks from my acne, but I doubt I'll try to cover them as well. My entire goal is to look healthy. Pat, 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 pat. I will just stipple. I will try to not swirl the brush where I need more coverage. So around my nose, I need the least coverage. I'm not taking extra product. I will just move whatever's remaining on the brush around my nose. Same with my forehead. I'll take a little product and use it on my entire forehead on the sides. I mean, it looks beautiful. Okay, so when I blend foundation, I make sure that it's blended into my hairline, my ears, my neck. That's the biggest mistake that you can do. Not blending your foundation, it's a crime. Now my eyebrows were already done. I made sure that I do not touch my eyebrows, but I just cover near them. If I need extra coverage, this is how I will conceal. I'll take it on my finger and tap, 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 tap. And the coverage is bomb. I do not believe in using a lot of foundation. Just avoid looking cakey and dry. So next I'm using the same concealer that I used to prime my eyes with. It's the beige, creamy beige if I'm not wrong. And I'm going to highlight my under eyes and the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead and my chin. Next, I'm going to cream contour. So I'm using the darker shade of the concealer and it's a bit too dark, so what I'm going to do is I'm using the same foundation brush, mixing it on the back of my hand and placing it where I need it. Work real quick because as I mentioned, it dries down quick and it's tacky, so you cannot move it once it dries. So blend, 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 blend. Make sure you do not put these darker colors directly on your face. You can get stained. To correct that, you can correct it, but it's going to be tough. That's why always put the product behind your hand or in a palette and then use it. That way you're going to make less mistakes. Make sure the concealer is blended well. Warming up my forehead, blending it into my hairline. Blend, blend, blend. Girl, your blend game has to be strong, really strong. Even if you don't do the eyeshadow or anything, blend well. Now, taking the same sponge, I will now blend the concealer. I just let the concealer sit over there so that it dries down in a certain place. I do not want brightness all over my face. I'm not moving the concealer anywhere but where I've put it. I just need to blend that area. I will not drag the concealer anywhere else. Also, when you let your concealer dry in an area for a couple of minutes, it helps the concealer not creasing. So yeah, try it. Now I'm just making sure that my whole face is blended well. Yeah. So this is a banana powder. I'm mixing it with Fit Me in the shade 15 Light. So both the powders are different. Banana powder is pretty yellow and the Fit Me powder has a pinkish undertone. I like to mix both of them just for baking. I bake just under the eye and around my nose. That's the area I bake. I do not bake anywhere else unless until I am doing a full coverage and I know I'm going to be photographed, and also depending on the weather. So since I'm very shiny around my T-zone, I can bake over that. I am just using the excess, the remaining on the sponge over the areas, over my smile lines, my chin. I am not using any extra product. Now, my favorite drugstore bronzer. This smells divine, and the way it looks, just look at it. It's beautiful, and the way it makes your skin glow, you will look like goddess. It has got the right pigmentation, the right tone, and it is named correctly butter bronzer. Feels like butter, smells divine, and the way it makes you look, trust me, everybody will compliment you. Just find your right shade. This is mine. I like contouring and bronzing my features. I do not try to alter any feature. I just enhance what I've got. So next I will use my same eyeshadow brush. I've cleansed it. I've taken a contour shade and now I will contour my nose. It's pretty simple since I've already baked my nose on the sides with a bright powder. I will draw lines just where I'm supposed to according to my nose. I'm not trying to change the shape. I'm drawing a straight line down and connecting it to my eye socket where my eyeshadow starts. This is exactly how my feature is and I appreciate it. So I'm enhancing it. That's it. I know it looks pretty crazy right now. The nose contour looks pretty dark, but there's a purpose behind it. Wait, I'll show you. You just have to make sure the contour doesn't have harsh lines. That's the reason you hold the brush from the far tip and then blend it. Blend, 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 blend. Keep on till you are satisfied. Okay, I think I should stop now. Next up is a fresh brush and I'm swiping away the bake towards my nose contour. Exactly what it does is diffuses the nose contour. I do not have to use extra powder. I do not have to use extra foundation to minimize the contour. It's just the bake, and that will do the magic. Isn't it beautiful? That's all you gotta do. Now, I don't know how they do it, but this is BALM. This is a BALM shade. This is a BALM blush. It's by Flower Beauty, and it just gives you the right flush of pink. I do not like to be too pinky, but with this look, a slight pink flush is needed. Now I will switch to my peachy apricot blush. It's from Wet n Wild. It's very affordable and it looks dirty. Please, because I have broken it and then I tried to make it up. So it works beautifully, and that's the reason I'm still using it. It gives you a very nice flush of peaches. So the whole idea of using 2-3 blushes is to look that I've just got out in the sun and I'm glowing and I'm in a tropical country by the beach. I am glowing in the sun. That's the whole vibe. Now this blush, it has gold sparkles. I will not recommend this blush using all by itself. You need to have some blush base before using this, because I'm just going to use it for a slight glow. I'm not using it for the color, but the color combination of the gold sprinkles and the pink is beautiful. Beautiful. It gives you a very healthy glow, but again recommending it using over another blush. Now I will shade my lower lash line using the same orange color. Just blend it. The brush I'm using is a flat blending brush. So a nude pencil liner is much better than using a white one, because the whites can be pretty harsh. Nudes look way more beautiful. Now the way I'm using the mascara with the wand makes your lashes look really long. You know, the doll lashes, that's what I'm going for. Next is the highlighter. This is the queen. I mean, I have no words. So I've got a highlighter problem, by the way. Once I start putting highlighter, I cannot stop. I just can't stop. I mean, look at me. Wherever I can highlight, I will. I'll highlight everywhere. I'll highlight the entire room. I'll highlight the entire sky. Give me a good highlighter. My nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, my cheek, my eyes, my forehead, you name it. So I'm taking the same brush I used to dust the bake. I will just swirl it on the highlighter and make my cheeks look like a goddess. This highlighter is a must try. It's from Maybelline, Masterchrome Molten Gold. I mean, look at that. Wow. it's time to set the face. Once you set the face, the entire face comes together. The powder, the highlight, the foundation, everything melts into the skin. Using a beauty blender and tapping it over the highlights and blush makes sure that it looks like a part of skin. Your powder highlight will no more look like powder once you spray it with a setting spray and use a beauty blender, bounce over it. It's going to look pretty amazing. This is my favorite lip pencil. It's by NYX. It's the shade Mauve. Pretty close to my natural lip color, though my lips are pigmented, but this does a pretty good job. So I will just outline my lips with this light shade. And I'm going to try a different lip combo. This is what I was talking about. By different, I meant way too different. So this is by STILLA, and it's a matte liquid lip. It's very bright. It's a neon orange. So I never got a chance to wear this lip. So what I'm gonna do is use a brush, pat it on the center of my lips, and spread it out. That's the reason I used a lighter shade lip liner, so that I can do a pretty nice ombre effect. To complete the look, I'm using the MAC Velvet Teddy. It's a pretty nice nude with pink undertone. So I am going to layer it just on the outside of my the color that I used before this. You have to make sure that the two colors are blended well. And let me tell you what, it's a very good technique for liquid lipsticks. Now I'm adding just a touch of definition. I'm using a brown, cool tone brown lip pencil on my Cupid's bow and on the lower lip, just over that, and that's the look. I love it. I am glowing. I feel confident. Yes, this is what I want. 1 second, I think I can up the game. Okay, I will add the lashes, but I will add the lashes only on the outer corner, and this will give my soft eye look just another level of enhancement, and that's what I want. Why not? You can definitely leave it just up to the mascara, but yeah, this is my final look, and I hope you like it. If you are recreating this look, please do tag me, let me know. Comment down below, show me some love, and let me know what would you like to see so that I can create it for you in my next video. And yeah, let me take a good picture. Okay, I think I'm good to go. Thank you. Bye-bye.